Welcome guys to another new video. If you're new to this channel is all about helping you to tell your stories through a lens, whether that be photography or videography. So let's get into it. Now today's video is a special one because I'm going to be showing you how to make your videos more impactful to viewers through sprinkling that magical pixie dust that just makes videos pop, just makes them special. You know, the cinematography types of tips and tricks that everybody should be using within their videos. So I'm going to show you an example, then I'm going to break down little tips from the example to show you what you could be implementing into your creations. So let's get into it. Okay, so there was a sequence that I shot out in Rotterdam as a part of a bigger vlog, which was about 18 to 20 minutes long, but that is just a snippet. Now the first tip is, what is the intent of the video that you want to create? So what are the emotions that you want to project onto the audience? How do you want them to feel? What do you want them to think? How do you want to come across with the video? How do you want to leave them with the video after they've watched it? Those are the types of things that you need to be asking. Now, because it was the European Championships, I knew that I wanted to get across power, but also elegance. Now that's mainly because the horses are powerful, but because it's dressage that I was specifically showing, there's an element of dance behind that as well. So I want to show that within it. But also I've got to take into account the audience that I'm looking to reach. So because it's ultimately going on the FEI channel, I know that a lot of them are already into equine, they're already into dressage. So they understand that power and elegance is there. To them, the championship of anything that's to do with their sport is going to be of an epic scale. So that's what I wanted to get across. Now the second step is music. Music can change a whole edit, can change the whole feel of a video. So me understanding this and understanding what my intent was, first of all, I knew that I needed something that projected that elegance and power. I needed something that grabbed attention, but also showed a build up. So it started off smoothly and then it built up to the climax where I wanted it to go, which is ultimately somebody winning the trophy and getting shown as the champion. In my mind, I've got to find some music that matches that. Now I went with the classical feel simply because I knew that I could play with that within the edit, and also it matches the audience. Now classical music happens to be one of the top genres in that audience. So they're familiar with it. Even when they're performing dressage a lot of the time to classical music. So it's something that they're going to relate to. Whenever you're picking music, you have to take into account the audience that you want to reach. Is it going to be something that they can relate to? There's no point in playing, I don't know, like funky house to an audience that don't like funky house, and it's not going to be relatable. It's not getting across the intent that you want people to feel. So always make smart choices whenever you're choosing music. And if you can, choose the music before you actually shoot whatever it is that you're shooting, so that you've got that music in mind. You can even possibly download it on your phone, and while you're shooting, have earphones in at the same time, just to help you. And the third tip is pacing. Pacing is one of those things that can make you feel like you're building up to something. It builds anticipation. If you notice at the start of this edit, there's like a build up to the climax where it starts to speed up and the fast edits hit. So I literally want to grab their attention, hook their attention with the first couple of frames, and then I want to build that up, and because the song is building up, they know something is about to happen. Then when it does happen and the beat drops and hits its climax, then I'm going to speed up the edit, and then I'm going to finish that edit with what's actually happening, like the person getting named as the champion and them going around doing the victory dance and all that type of stuff. That is the ultimate ending of the video, and it leaves and seals that in the mind of the viewer. Now, whenever you're pasting your videos, don't just edit to the beat and put it on every like hat or snare or drum bass, anything like that. Don't just keep on doing the same patterns. You have to kind of make it unpredictable, because as soon as it starts to get predictable to the viewer and they start to anticipate a cut, then it starts to get boring and they lose attention. You need to switch things up a little. Now and then it isn't that bad to copy a beat and cut on the beat, but you want to really switch it up. Now the fourth tip, which is framing, is really important, and this is what can help to make your video a lot more immersive. If you notice, on this video I specifically showed shooting through objects. So I would be in the crowd, literally in the audience that are watching the event, and I would shoot over their shoulder. This gives that element of depth because it's showing a more immersive type of video, and this makes the audience feel like they're actually in the crowd as well. So it might be a simple thing of shooting over somebody's shoulder, or shooting next to a wall, or shooting with something a little bit more in the frame, so it's blocking the main subject that I'm shooting, but it's also showing something else blurred out. Okay, so the fifth tip is eye tracing. Eye tracing is one of those elements that is often overlooked, and a lot of people don't take it into account, but it makes a massive difference. It's the difference between making your video seamless and just flowing naturally and feeling organic, and to jarring someone's attention and losing them and they're not even going to watch the rest of your video. It literally makes that much of a difference. Now, if you notice, when the video goes to the fast-paced section of the actual video, where it hits the climax and the edit starts to speed up, when it hits that section of the video, I'm keeping the main subject within the frame in the center all the time. If you look where the horse is, no matter what's in the shot, the horse is always centered, especially at the fast-paced sections of this video. And that's important because the moment that the viewer has to change their eyes and the alignments of their eyes, looking from straight on to say the top corner and then the top right and all that type of stuff, as soon as they have to change their attention and actually think, whether it's on a subconscious level or conscious level, they have to change the direction of their eyes. That's jarring, and that will stop someone from watching the entire video just because it snaps them out of the trance of watching a video. Like kind of like an Alice in Wonderland kind of effect that you want to create with videos, in the fact that when people are viewing something, they're going further and further down the rabbit hole. If you all of a sudden put a block on the rabbit hole, then they're going to get a jarring effect and they're going to lose attention. They're going to scroll down if you've got stuff on social media and they're not going to really pay attention. So the most important thing that you can do is make sure that you have eye tracing in mind whenever it is that you're editing. You don't always have to have it in mind when you're shooting, but at least when you're editing. And if you're editing in 4K, one of the benefits is that you can actually crop in to your frame and not lose any quality and center things within post editing. So that is one of the benefits of shooting in 4K or a higher resolution. So hopefully this video has given you some ideas on some cinematography tips and tricks that you can add into your next project. If you found it useful, make sure you hit that like and make sure you drop kick that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.